The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is one of the most enduring and complex conflicts in the world. It is rooted in competing claims to the same land. Both Israelis and Palestinians have historical and religious ties to the region. The conflict intensified in the early 20th century. Jewish immigration to Palestine increased, leading to tensions with the Arab population. After World War II, the United Nations voted to partition Palestine into two states. This plan was accepted by Jewish leaders but rejected by Arab leaders. In 1948, Israel declared independence. This triggered a war with neighboring Arab states. The war resulted in Israel's victory and the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. This displacement is known as the Nakba, meaning catastrophe in Arabic. The 1948 war had a profound impact on the conflict. It created a large Palestinian refugee population. It also solidified Israel's control over much of the territory. The conflict has continued ever since, with periods of violence and attempted negotiations. Following the 1948 war, the conflict saw several turning points. The 1967 Six-Day War resulted in Israel's capture of the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem. This further fueled tensions and led to the displacement of more Palestinians. The 1980s witnessed the First Intifada, a Palestinian uprising against Israeli occupation. This uprising brought the Palestinian issue to global attention. It also paved the way for the Oslo Accords in the 1990s. The Oslo Accords were a landmark agreement. They aimed to achieve a two-state solution. However, the peace process stalled due to various factors. These included continued violence, settlement expansion, and political instability. The failure of the Oslo Accords led to renewed violence. The Second Intifada, beginning in 2000, was marked by suicide bombings and Israeli military operations. This period further entrenched the divisions and mistrust between the two sides. The Gaza Strip has become a focal point of the conflict. Ruled by Hamas since 2007, Gaza has been under Israeli blockade. This blockade restricts the movement of people and goods. It has severely impacted the lives of ordinary Palestinians. Gaza has experienced several rounds of intense fighting. Israeli military operations launched in response to rocket attacks from Hamas have resulted in significant civilian casualties and widespread destruction. The humanitarian situation in Gaza is dire, with limited access to healthcare, clean water, and electricity. The ongoing blockade and recurrent violence have created a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The international community has criticized the blockade as collective punishment. Efforts to rebuild Gaza and provide aid have been hindered by the ongoing conflict. Section 4. The international stage calls for peace in a divided world. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is not just a regional issue, it has global implications. It has sparked international condemnation, protests, and calls for boycotts. The United Nations has played a significant role in trying to resolve the conflict. Numerous UN resolutions have called for a two-state solution. However, these resolutions have often been vetoed by the United States, a staunch ally of Israel. The international community remains divided on how to achieve a lasting peace. The conflict has also fueled anti-Semitism and Islamophobia globally. Extremist groups have exploited the conflict to promote their agendas. This further complicates the situation and makes finding a peaceful resolution even more challenging. Section 5. The challenge of peace, obstacles and opportunities. Achieving a lasting peace between Israelis and Palestinians faces significant obstacles. One major obstacle is the lack of trust between the two sides. Decades of violence and broken promises have created deep-seated suspicion and animosity. Another obstacle is the issue of settlements. Israel continues to build settlements in the West Bank which are considered illegal under international law. These settlements are a major impediment to the creation of a contiguous and viable Palestinian state. The status of Jerusalem is another highly contentious issue. Both Israelis and Palestinians claim Jerusalem as their capital. Finding a solution that satisfies both sides' claims remains a major challenge. Section 6. Finding a path forward towards a just and lasting peace. Despite the obstacles, there are glimmers of hope. Many Israelis and Palestinians support a two-state solution. Civil society organizations on both sides are working to build bridges and promote dialogue. International pressure could play a constructive role in reviving the peace process. However, a sustainable solution requires a genuine commitment from both sides to compromise and reconciliation. Education is crucial in breaking down stereotypes and fostering understanding. Teaching future generations about the conflict's complexities and the importance of peaceful coexistence is essential for a brighter future. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is a tragedy for all involved. Finding a just and lasting solution is not only a moral imperative but also essential for regional and global stability.
Be like, go out, take care, be in the